Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be talking about Stabbity Bunny issue 1 from Scout Comics. So, originally, Stabbity Bunny was a Kickstarter book, and it was a successful Kickstarter book, and now it is being printed by Scout Comics and delivered to your local comic book shop through previews and, the works. But it's still an indie book. It is still a very indie book. And I picked this up because people in the community were talking about this crazy underground indie book that was so good. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to check that out. Especially when I found out that it was called Stabbity Bunny, and how on earth could you have a more ridiculous comic than something named Stabbity Bunny? I read it. It is amazing. So let's jump right on into the comic, shall we? First off, it goes into telling us all about Grace. Grace is this beautiful, lovely little girl, just the sweetest thing as can be, and her best friend, Stabbity. So Stabbity is her stuffed bunny. Well, Grace goes on a school field trip, and she's so sweet, she's so calm. When all of the children are basically acting crazy because they're seeing animals, she's just standing in the back and watching all of the unique animals until she gets separated from the group, and she ends up getting snatched by a very bad man, and he throws her in the back of his van and drives her and Stabbity off to an unknown location. So moving on, this mean man has chained poor Gracie up to a bed, and he's called her mother for a ransom. And I'm kind of interested to get to know a little bit more about Gracie's mom, because she pulls herself together, and instead of just being completely destroyed by all this, she just gets angry and she pushes a red button, and she has a ton of weapons and cash stored in a hidden room in their home. So who is Grace's mother is my first question. So continuing on, poor Gracie, just terrified, is trying anything and everything she can to be strong, to be brave, but she's just crying. She's so upset by everything. So finally, Larry, the man who kidnapped her, throws her stuffed bunny at her just to get her to shut up. And Gracie's mom has pulled herself together so much so that when she receives the phone call from the school and from others that are concerned, hoping to look for her daughter, she makes up a quick lie, stating that there was a family emergency. She had to grab her. She's so sorry about this whole misunderstanding. She's thankful for the concern. That is all. So, moving on, Larry gets the money. He gets the full ransom for her, and instead of risking any sort of fallback on him, he decides to tie up any loose ends. And by loose ends, I mean Gracie. So he decides he's going to kill Gracie. And Stabbity, being Gracie's best friend, is not going to let that happen. I love this one panel of determination, this look of just sheer contentment. The fact that there's no possible way that this man is going to hurt his little girl. That is what this bunny has decided. So Gracie tries to run and she falls. And when Larry tries to actually stab her, she calls out for Stabbity. And Stabbity, being the good bunny that he is, and he is a very good bunny, he allows himself to be stabbed through the gut. While Larry continues to look for Gracie, Stabbity comes out, and he protects his girl, as you can see. Yeah. You don't hurt Stabbity's girl. That's not happening. So a little later on, Gracie's mother shows up, and of course, she's completely terrified until she sees her daughter clutching her stuffed bunny. And she's just so overwhelmed with all these emotions and just sheer happiness and joy that her child is fine. When she asks Gracie where the bad man that took her is, Gracie tells her that he's gone. And when her mother asks again, is she sure? She says, yes, she's sure. And she and Stabbity leave with her mother. So, continuing on, there's this strange man just kind of lurking in the shadows. We don't really know much about what's going on there. But, Stabbity has a few secrets of his own. So, as far as issue 1 goes, I'm kind of hooked. I'm really, really excited to see where the story is going to go moving forward. I loved the art throughout. It was just so beautifully done. I love the use of colors. It's very dynamic, honestly. Just a really fun read. And I'm really in love with some of the variant covers that have come out for this, especially the ASM 300 homage cover is really, really awesome. But yeah, I know it says it's sold out everywhere. There's still some areas. If you can find it at your shop, I would definitely suggest picking it up. Always please support your indie books. You know, that's how we get really, really great creators down the road. You support the small indies. So yeah, if you're looking for a fun kind of twisted take on a stuffed bunny, I would definitely suggest picking up Stabbity Bunny issue 1. I am definitely going to be adding this to my pull list, and I'm really excited to see more of the secrets behind Stabbity come out into light. So as always, guys, give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me whether or not you picked up Stabbity Bunny and whether or not you liked the story as much as I did. Subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.